remember, you only have one opportunity to make a first impression. So today, we're going to show you how to sell a house and make that first impression impactful to get it sold, to put more money in your pocket. So let's go.
Are you thinking about selling your house and you're very confused on where you start? You know, you always hear curb appeal, and then again, location. Well, today I'm going to walk you through a detailed analysis of what we did to get 4 offers on the first day, 4 offers on the second day. We had about 60 people at the open house, and then we had to slow it down and accept the offer because we were, you know, at a certain point, your seller can be overwhelmed by so many offers. So we had to accept the offer, get it in escrow, because we didn't want the listing to go stale. And you guys know from experience, if you see a listing that's on the market for, let's say 30 days, what is the first thing that happens in your mind? You go, oh, I could probably get a killer deal. And when you list your house, first impressions are everything, right? You only get one time to make a first impression. So today, I'm casual. Your first impression is like, what the heck? This guy's a real estate agent? Well, I don't always dress like this. I actually wanted to kind of prove a point here today. So let's go and get started with the detailed agenda that I had. All right, so I'm gonna go very detailed to really educate you guys on exactly where you wanna put your money when you do go to list your house. So it might be your first time selling a house, or you may have sold a lot and you just want a refresher. So again, everyone always talks about curb appeal. So when the consumer or the potential buyer drives by, the first thing they're going to see is the house, of course. So you always want to make sure your grass is green, your shrubs are well maintained and trimmed up, and then it has good curb appeal, because location is not always going to work in your favor. So you got to give your house a good, nice facelift and put your money where it needs to go and not overspend. So what I've done here is we had a painter come in and paint the entire trim around the home. Something I definitely would have done if I could rewind it is, we ran out of time and we sold the house so fast, is I told the seller, let's replace all the light fixtures, because that really freshens it up as well. We gave it a fresh power wash, and then right here, this was all dirt. So we went back and we put these agave plants, put some bark down, and then we power washed the front. Then we went through and we painted out all the trim to give it a fresh look. They did a little bit of staining here where there was some water residue, just to make it look fresh. And then again, there's that light fixture that we should have changed out. And then we power washed everything, and it's been about 5 days, so it's kind of changed a little bit. But the next thing is the front door. So we went through and we stained the door, because this is going to be your first impression, is the front door. And this is a beautiful double door entry. So the next thing you want to do is, when the client walks in, of course their first impression is right when they walk in the door. So we had to give this property kind of the proper flow. So, with permission, I asked the seller, hey, do you mind if we really freshen up the living room by staging it? And he had no problem with that. So we had to give it kind of a good vibe right when you walked in the door. And then right here, we had, there's been over 100 people walking this house in the last few days, but we did have this all cleaned out, all the grout. This was like a black, and now you can see it's gray. So that was an awesome thing to do. And then, we have new carpet. That's always a plus. New flooring is going to do a big thing. But let me show you one thing with the blinds. So of course you always want to have all the lights on, but what you want to do with the blind, and then you're going to come back and you're going to do like maybe that way, so you still have light in, but when someone comes by, and if it's a vacant home, they can only look in. But because these blinds are angled the outside, they can't see in, because it's basically, let's kind of show that. So on the outside, they're basically seeing that. So they can't even see what's inside the house. So that's a technique. But then, you know, obviously you can't be here every time to turn on the lights and open the blinds. So you want to keep them like that. You can still see out, but they can't see in. It's fresh. Lighting. So this one here had 2 lights out. So I went in and made sure that all the lights were replaced. And then of course we priced it right. You know, we didn't, the seller didn't go greedy. He knows there needs to be work to be done on this home. So we didn't even bother with the kitchen because we know the future buyer, with it being priced right, is gonna come in and go, you know what? I'm gonna get this fixed. These are solid wood cabinets. So they're probably gonna either rip it all out because it's not a huge kitchen, or they're gonna, you know, have them refinish and do new countertops. So I told the buyer, do not spend any more money in the kitchen. Just let's leave it as is. Let's let the potential buyer get an idea of what they need to do. The stove is new, the washer's new, so they already have about $1,000 into it. And then we went through and had the floor scrubbed. So you can see it has a nice, clean, fresh look. And then let's see here. Again, lighting is all on and changed. This here, I would have probably changed that, maybe 15 or 20 bucks, but you know what? We ran out of time. We sold the house so darn fast. And then in here, you know, we just did very minimal staging in here, cleaned up the floors really good. We went through and pulled back all that nasty caulking and then just basically put new caulking here. So it looks, you know, looks fresh. Cleaned all the mirrors. Again, we did the lights, made sure the lights, and we kind of did some more staging here. And this has a fresh coat of paint, so I think it's always good. So let me show you how this, so you close them and you just pull them back a little bit, and people can't see in, but you're bringing that light in just because when they look in, they're looking at this right here. So that's a nice safety thing. So again, light changed out. Pretty much we just kept all the rooms nice and clean. And then with the backyard, the key is really, you know, this one has 0 grass, wasn't maintained that well, but guess what? They went in, cleaned all the shrubbery. There's no grass, so the future buyer needs to throw seeds down and plant some grass. So, and then this one has a new roof and newer AC 2019. So that's going to be a huge point to sell this home too. So those are some things that I would say do on the home, because you don't want to overspend. Because if you spend a certain amount of money, your return's not going to be there. Then what we did, in addition to that, is we went through and cleaned all these off because it had paint on them. So there might be one that we missed. I can show you. I think we may have got all of them. We cleaned. Oh, this one here. So see how there's a little bit of paint. You want to just get all this clean and make it look fresh. And then the primary bathroom, it's obviously another thing. So what we did is we went through and put a fresh stained caulk there. And then we just scrubbed the heck out of this because it had weird stuff growing in the corners because of the moisture. All right, if you have questions about selling your home, feel free to reach out to me. My wife and I, back from 2018, we flipped homes, and typically, she could validate this, we probably sold the homes in less than a day, basically 24 hours back in the days. And then we got tired and like, you know what, we're done with this. But we have tons of experience doing it. So, you know, you want to hire an agent that's going to really navigate you through these things, because selling a house is a big thing for a lot of people, and you don't want to overspend and put money where it doesn't need to go, because a lot of times you won't get that return in investment. So you want to put money exactly where it needs to go so that you're going to get an offer quickly. And another thing is you don't want the house to go stale, so you don't want to overprice it. If you overprice it, if it's on the market for more than 15 days, people will look at that home and go, you know what, I'm going to get a deal on that house because it's old, it's stale. And you don't want that. You want to come out the gate with a lot of offers. So if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little lengthy. There's a lot of things on here that I didn't cover, but I wanted to cover the main things. And just give me a call and ask me questions. I will stop you from spending money where you don't need to, and I will walk you through exactly what you need to invest in so that you're not spending more money than you should, and it's putting more money in your pocket, so that when you walk away to either upgrade or downsize or move out of California or do whatever you got to do, you're going to have a big chunk of money in your pocket versus putting it in a house where you're going to lose. All right, like and follow for more. Subscribe to my channel. I'd love the support. If you want to know what happens daily in Bakersfield, tune into my Skateagent platforms on Instagram and Facebook. All right, on to the next video. Have a great day.